Every king has different tasks and different jobs to do. If he succeeds to accomplish his mission, that's meaning he is a good pharaoh and he deserves to be worshipped as a mediator. And the best reward he will get it as to have his firstborn son became his successor and keep his legacy and ruling Egypt after him. What are the tasks of the king of Egypt? The first task is to keep unity between the two different kingdoms of Egypt, to keep things in whole, to keep the south and the north together. So he never asked for independence or separating the two kingdoms. And that is the first task. Second task is protecting the borders of Egypt against the enemy who are coming to attack Egypt from the northeast or from the south direction. The third task is to keep people living in prosperity and give them their food supplies when they ask for it. If he succeeds to do all of that, so the Egyptian will appreciate him, and by this way his firstborn son will be the next king. Let us see Ramses II as a great pharaoh, how he proved to us that he succeeded to do that. First, this one here is representing the river Nile, coming from the heart of Africa, goes all the way up to the Mediterranean. And then we have two figures of two human beings with a very fat features, and that's representing prosperity. And this one representing the river Nile, God, which called Habi, H-A-B-Y. And then we have two different kind of plantation growing in the land of Egypt. What we have is lotus, the symbol of the south, and we have papyrus, the symbol of the north. Lotus, it is the symbol of the south and it's representing the spirit, and papyrus, it is the symbol of the north and it's representing the flesh, the body of the human being. So when the flesh as a container full with the spirit and the spirit merged with it, so we are one whole person. And that is also about Egypt. If the south merged with the north, so the whole country is one. And that is the identity of the Egyptian life. Both of them, both of the two symbols are tied in a knot by the river Nile and under the supervision of the king. That's why it is by the side of his throne. Under his power, the two kingdoms are one. And that is what we call the symbol of the unification in the ancient Egyptian civilization. That is task number one accomplished. Task number two, those here, we got an oval shape with the names of the tribes or the enemy who are coming to attack Egypt from time to time. And each figure representing a tribe of people. And then we have one symbol of those tribe or representative of those tribe as a prisoner of war. His two arms are tied behind his back and his neck is attached and tied with the rest of the prisoner of war. So now the king of Egypt saying that he defeat all those enemy and he bring them as a prisoner of war, and by this way no one will attack the land of Egypt. Take a look of the face features here. That is Semitic or Asian face feature coming from the northeast of Egypt, which is the land of Canaan. Take a look to the other side. Do you see those faces? Those are African faces. So we have two enemies attacking Egypt. The people who came from the northeast, which we call them the Hyksos, and the people who came from the south, which we call them the African tribes, or sometimes they call them the Nubian. Those are the two different kind of people who were attacking Egypt in that time. Later, during the time of Ramses, he was actually ruling the whole land of the Hyksos. He was the king over the whole land of the Hyksos. And later, Ramses defeats the enemy in the south and he became the king of the Nubian land. And by this way, the whole land of Egypt, even the territory which is outside of the land of Egypt, became a part from the land of Egypt. And by this way, the king of Egypt is not only securing the border, but he is extending the size of the empire itself. This way, please.